Hi, it's Lord Magicus, and it's time to play Merfolk in Modern. Alright, so I played Simic over the weekend, and I actually did really well with it during a team event. And I thought about it for a little while, and I decided I'm going to I made a few changes to the list that I played on Sunday, but biggest difference is I did not have Silvergill Adept in my deck over the weekend, but I am deciding to put it back in here this time. I don't know, it's close. In this slot I had played 2 Harbinger of the Tides and 2 Thassa's, and I think that it's pretty close for me between playing those 4 cards over the 4 Silvergills, but I just kind of want to try it like this to see how it is. I think that it's honestly close enough that you could make an argument either way depending upon how you think your matchups are going to shake out, but I'm willing to give this a chance and try it. Yeah, I only have 19 lands in this list. Only 3 colorless lands now. Just 2 Mutavaults and a Cavern, so that way we are left with 16 sources of blue. It also gives us 12 green to cast the Mistbinder and Command Speaker, and 11 that can cast either Shaper Sanctuary or Collector Oath. So I think it's cutting it pretty close for that, but I think that's fine. So yeah, cutting the extra land in one of the Spreading Seas gave us room to put in 2 Tidebinder Mage, which will help us a little bit against the red decks, and it's one of the reasons I kind of like playing a list that's really low and aggressive like this. Yeah, just having all 2 drops is really appealing, because then you just stick Vial on 2 and keep it there. You have 10 1-drops in order to keep your curve going pretty strong, and sideboard's pretty locked down for me. Like, you could maybe argue like or cut 1 Deprive for something else, but this is really close to where I think they should be. I don't know if I'm still not sure if I believe in, say, Shaper Sanctuary, but I'm gonna just keep trying it and see if eventually it does something useful. Who knows? Theoretically, against like Jund or Grixis Death Shadow or some deck like that, this card should be really good, but who knows? Well, I guess we're gonna find out. Other than that, yeah, I think this is a list that I have confidence in, so let's go and put it to the test. I don't really have much more to say about it, so let's just play. Yep. I may have made some promises to the Merfolk community about what I might do when I get to 10,000 or 100,000 subscribers, assuming something like that ever happens. There will be fish costumes involved, I guess, but we are a very long ways away from that, and while I would love to, have to have the difficult choice of or having to do it, yeah, I guess I'm also not in a rush to have to do that, so I don't know. It'll be fine. I'm not sure what I might do for 1,000 subscribers, but that's something I'm thinking about. It's still too loud. Let me turn that down and join. Alright, well, we're on the draw. That's neat. I keep forgetting. I gotta go back and reanalyze this, because I know that this has only been getting worse for me. I have access to the statistics for this. This hand is okay. I think we can keep it. Like, it casts the cards, so I can exile this if I have to. Alright, they kept 7, we're gonna keep 7. Stomping Ground, that's probably not a good sign for us. Goblin Guide, alright. The Tidebinder will help a little bit. And Command Speaker is not going to help us because we don't have a way to cast it. Alright, well, we're probably just going to play Tidebinder and hope for the best, because we need either that or Silvergill and try to block this thing. We'll use Force of Negation, probably pitching this. Temple Garden. So this is like a Naya deck. It's interesting. Oh, okay. Well, this is going to be hard. Tidebinder on top. Alright, well, we're definitely playing Tidebinder Mage. We're going to tap down this dummy. Try to trade with this, I guess. The only problem is if they bolt Tidebinder, that's going to be... Can't do anything about that. Damn it. Okay. So that's stuck as a 2-3. This is a 3-3. I guess we're just going to play Tidebinder, tap down Nakadal. We'll trade with the Goblin Guide if given the chance. And we'll just play another Tidebinder Mage. Ugh. Sorry. Alright. Merfolk Trickster. Yeah, let's block here. We're protected against any nonsense like a Tarka's command, so... Fuck! Yeah, this is brutal. None of this is particularly good for us right now. Okay. So what do? Like, this is not winning for us. I think just playing Tidebinder right now. I think we really need this Kamena Speaker to come online, but we're taking so much damage from this. He's got 7 damage just on the table. Like, this is not a matchup I want to have to start playing against. Like, this helps, but missing land drops is not helping our cause, and being on the draw is not helping us very much. So options are, I could play... like, playing a Lord is not really good, because then it guarantees that we're taking a bunch of damage. I guess I could just play Trickster on the Nakadal and try to eat it. I guess that's my hope. And I'll just use Negation to try to protect it, and then build a board state on that. But we're in trouble. Still have 2 cards left. Hoping if they're just lands, then maybe we can come back, but... Alright. So let's try to eat Wild Nakadal. This is the same thing as the Tarmogoyf trick. Block here, we'll take 4, go to 10. We still have Force of Negation in case he tries to do something like a Tarka's command. Then maybe we can follow up with Tidebinder Mage. So it looks like maybe they do just have a bunch of lands. Okay. I think yeah, we just need to protect ourselves. So I'm gonna go Tidebinder, tap one of these things down. I could attack here, but I think I probably want to try to double block something. Maybe next turn, if we can deploy some of these lords, then we might have some good attacks. Okay. This sounds like maybe they just have a bunch of lands in their hand, and if that's the case, we could theoretically come back here. Okay. Oh. Alright. I guess continue to play land, so... Yes, please attack. So I could attack for 9. I'd just be taking 2 damage if I do that. Now, if I double block here, he can kill 1 thing. Honestly, getting creatures off the board might be fine, though. I think I'm okay with that. So even if they have if he has a removal spell, we can still force it. I'm willing to do this in the face of force. Or in the face of a removal because of force. Yeah. Tarka's command. So I think we're gonna dump Silvergill Adept here. Okay, so this looks promising. Beautiful. Alright, we're turning this around. They only have 1 spell left in their hand, so it's probably fine. Now we can start attacking back for a bunch. So it looks like they're flooding out a bit, so through a little bit of luck, we're trying to get back into it. Alright, what'd you find? Burning Tree, okay. I'm guessing it's not going to do anything, though. No. Ooh, we did find something to do with it. Okay, well that's not particularly good for you either. You can attack with this, but that's not helping. You need to just kind of be blocking right now, because if you attack with everything, you're dead. You have no cards left in hand. I guess we're just going to block here. Alright, well we win. Opponent is out of cards, we attack. Alright, well... pulled that game out of our butts. Definitely was not looking good there for a while, but they made some really aggressive attacks and we managed to come back. Alright. So let's see. Spreading Seas is actually fine. It helps against Nacadal. The forces are absolutely necessary, I think. I do not like Dismember against this deck. I mean, on one hand, like, it's removal, but I don't want to be dismembering something when they're dealing us so much damage to our face. Is there anything I do want to sideboard? Like, I guess maybe Shaper Sanctuary is okay. What would I take out? Like BR Pyromancer, probably? Honestly, I don't really want to take any of these cards out. I mean, I guess this is fine. This is also something I have to shock myself for if I want to play. They run out of removal. Like they don't even have that much removal. It's like what, Lightning Helix and Lightning Bolt usually. Maybe some number of paths. But they're very aggressive. Like this isn't a match where I think we need to be concerned about grinding it out. We're just trying to survive the initial assault and then getting in. I don't know. Like I'm not really wanting like many of these cards. Echoing Truth is okay. It can bounce some of their creatures and slow them down a bit. Just playing a bunch of lords makes our creatures get out of range of theirs very fast. So Trickster is good. Tidebinder is great. Silvergill's fine. It's not perfect, but I think it's fine. I don't think I'm going to change anything. I don't really think that these sideboard cards are going to do that much. This hand is fucking awful. We are 100% mulliganing this. That's very dangerous, but I don't know that we have much of a choice here. I guess we're going to keep, and we're just going to put probably Spreading Seas in the bottom. It's not perfect, but we're just kind of hoping that it works out. I guess the best thing that could happen is if they play like Goblin Guide and draw us extra lands. So I guess, yeah, they kept 7 cards. Alright. Ooh, not doing anything? No, you have to be playing creature. You have like so many 1-drops in your deck. There's no way you don't have one. Like, it's like Nikado, the Revolt guy, and also Goblin Guide. So it's clearly not Guide. So which one is it? Simian Spirit Guide. What the fuck is this? Okay, that's a problem. Like, yeah, the force doesn't stop this. Alright, so you got 2 green. What do you... Yeah, that's a thing. Alright. What a turn 1, man. Just hope that this hand isn't too slow, but I mean... This deck does some really stupid things. So now if they play like another fetch land, they can attack us for 8. Jeez. This is not where I want to be. Oh, fuck. Alright, yeah. You know what? They don't have another land, though. Well, that Spreading Seas would have been good. Spreading Seas would have actually saved us 2 life if we can play it next turn, but we already just took 8 damage on turn 2, so I'm not really sure how much that matters. So I guess we're just going to hold up Trickster and Biomancer. We'll just Trickster this down so Biomancer can trade with it, and then I guess Trickster can block like the other Nikadal. Just hope Vexing Devil is tough. Alright, so it's a 4-3, which our board can't really deal with. I think I don't like this, but I have to take 4 damage. Merfolk Mistbinder on top, so we can put double Lords into play next turn. I think we just need to save ourselves as much life as we can right now. So I could block here and block here, but I really want these Nikadals gone because they can threaten to become 3/3s, and that's going to make life hard. Whereas next turn, well, we can't crack the Flooded Strand, so that's unfortunate because it'll put us in bolt range if they have it. Well, they do know that we have this, so... Alright, we'll put it out just in case. I doubt it's relevant, but... kind of just need things to go very right for us at this point, where if they draw more 2-drops... They have Simian Spirit Guide in this deck. That's interesting. They just really are all in on this, like, get them on turn 1 plan, so... Now, if they attack with both of these and we Violin Lord, we could theoretically block both and kill both of their things. You're not going to. Okay, so that's fine. Good. Excellent. Always no. That's rough. I want to put that in play, but the thing is, if I put that in play, I can't actually use force. Why? Alright, that's tough. Let me think. If they... What happens if they draw land? Presumably they have like a Tarkus command and we're just screwed. Tarkus command just makes this thing a hit, like... Yeah, that's not good. Alright, well, I think we just have to take another turn and just hope that they don't do it, so... I'm putting the Vial there in case that we draw another 1-drop next turn so we can put it in play. I will trade the Comena Speaker with this thing if given the chance. We're just hoping they don't draw a land, basically. Okay. It's not the worst. Their attacks are not actually very good right now, so... Okay. So let's put a counter in that one. Silvergill is actually fine. Put Silvergill in play now in case we draw like an island, so then we don't have to crack the fetch land. I feel a little bit better now that we can cast Force. Why are you waiting against this? Like, okay, that's fine. We'll play that. Do we attack here? If we attack, then Comena Speaker is just going to trade with this. But that's actually... Is there any reason that, like... If they attack with, like, everything... No. I don't know, this is hard. I think we need to kind of bait them into attacking with a Tarkus command up and then just get them with force. That's the plan. Or maybe if we can get Sprinting Seas online, then we can start attacking. If they attack with this thing, I'll just block it with Silvergill Adept. They only have 2 cards in hand, so maybe we can get there. We're just kind of holding the line right now. There's also, well, the other problem we have to be concerned about is at any given point they might have like Simian Spirit Guide into Lightning Bolt, and so if we crack this fetch land, we could just be dead to that. So I don't want to just put myself in a position where I have to put myself to 3 unless it's absolutely necessary. Alright. That's fine. Sure. You cast Burning Tree, that's okay. Alright, Wild Nicadal. They must... So why were you holding on to this? Like... Ugh, this is not good. Well, let's see. I think at this point now we can't really do anything about that. Next turn, if they attack, we can take 2 of these and block 4 things. We have 1 turn to figure out a way to deal with that. If we can find like a trickster, or maybe like another Silvergill or something. Alright, they have no cards left in hand. I'm going to leave that on 1. Okay, that's good. Ugh. So now their attacks are again not amazing, and now it's more acceptable to trade something with this. Why is it taking you so long to respond to this? Alright, so with Force in our hand, I think we have a reasonable chance. Yes. Silvergill's really coming through for us this time. Kamena Speaker would be great here if we could draw that. Even Benthic Biomancer would be fine. Something we can put into play with this Aether Vial on 1 so that we have more blockers. We're also getting to a point where if we can draw Spreading Seas, we might be able to just kill them. Because right now we have exactly 15 Island Walk in play. So Spreading Seas off the top actually wins the game right now. So we just have to hold until we have Spreading Seas to attack for lethal. That's also very good, but I think keeping Force up is more important right now. So we have 5 blockers, and we can block everything except this, and then what, counter anything else? Or we also have the possibility if they play like... What happens if they play like another Goblin Guide, though? Well, there might not be much we can do about that. They don't have to really block any of these things right now, so... Can't afford to attack. They already have 2 guides in play, but they have a lot more spells that are relevant with that we need to have Force up for, so I think holding on to Master is more important. Alright, this looks promising, because Spreading Seas is on top, so if we can just not die this turn, I think we're good. And with Force up, I think we have a good chance at that. Alright, so let's put Kamena Speaker here, Silvergill, Silvergill, Lord, like that. And if you play a Tarkus command, we force it and then just kill you. That's going to do it. Very, very tight games, but yeah, we just managed to get there by the skin of our teeth. 2 life. Alright, well, that was a very tough match, but we managed to win it, so Silvergill Adept really proved itself to be useful there, so I guess, having Harbinger might have been okay, but probably not there. I think that we really needed it to basically be exactly the draw that we had, and I'm not sure anything less than that would have done the job, so. Alright, point in favor of Silvergill. Alright, oh my god, we're on the play. What? Are we sure this is correct? Yeah, this hand looks fine. Let's keep. We have a curve. Things that interact with decks. We go Botanical, Kamena Speaker, and then turn 2, figure out which of these 3 things we're going to do. Or if we draw a Lord, we're more likely to play that. They kept 7 cards. So if it's like Tron, then we probably just play like Tidebinder. No, Blood Crypt. Alright, so this could be Jund or Death Shadow. Which means they're probably going to take Spreading Seas. That's usually what they... Inquisition almost always is taking this card because it screws with their mana and its card advantage. Yeah. Alright, well, I think that's... We just attack, right, for 3, and I guess we just hope that it's Jund rather than Grixis Death Shadow, so we're not helping them. He knows our hand now, so it's fine. Alright, let's find out. What are we up against? Inquisition, yeah, that's okay. I imagine the Trickster goes this time. Tidebinder, okay, so this is probably Jund. I mean, it could also be Mardu. Interesting. So I guess let's attack first. Lightning Bolt might hit Merfolk Mistbinder. Nope. Okay. I don't think it's Death Shadow. Because I don't think they play Basic Mountain in their deck. Oh, that's beautiful. Alright, I guess we're just trying to avoid a sweeper right now. But I'm trying to just put as much pressure on them for them to die next turn, so... If they have Anger of the Gods in the main deck against us, that would be bad. This mountain suggests that maybe this is like a Pyromancer deck. I don't know. It's hard to say. They haven't really shown us much. But if they don't have a board wipe right now, then they're in a ton of trouble. Like, spot removal still means that they're going to like 4 life, so... this looks like Anger. Mulligan's... Okay, that's actually not the worst. Okay, that's fine. That's also insanely good. Let's put them to 1. Our draws are just coming together against this deck. Alright, well, now fetch lands are offline. Now you have to wipe the board or you're dead. Okay, Seasoned Pyromancer. So this is a Pyromancer deck. That's not enough, though, is it? You're still dead, because I have 4 attackers and you only have 3 blockers. Game 2? Nope, you're going to make me attack? I will attack you. Look, just so that the message is sent, never did we not have this. I know I did not need to play that, but I am playing it just as a power play. Let them know who's boss. Alright, well, this is a match where theoretically Shaper's Sanctuary should be good, and Relic of Progenitus should also be very good. However, this is also a Culligan's Command deck and an Inquisition deck, so Aether Vial is not very good. Echoing Truth is fine. No, the rest of these are actually okay cards. Tidebinder is obviously going to be very good. Spreading Seas, like, probably is necessary. I guess... What about Force? I don't know if I want all 4 forces against this deck. You could make the argument for some number of Deprives. I'm not sure what I'd want to cut for them just yet. What's the weak link in the chain? That's hard to say. Because I honestly, like, all of these cards are fine, I think. I don't really want to cut very much against them. The card disadvantage is kind of a problem, but I'm only interested in countering things like Anger and Liliana. Maybe Lingering Souls with this. The Relic should help take care of... I don't know. Dismember is also reasonable, too. They probably are going to play stuff like Young Pyromancer, and if we don't have an answer to it, that could be an issue. Guess I could take out like 2 Benthic Biomancers. I'll bring in 2 Dismembers. No, wait, I'll bring in all 3. We'll just leave in 2 Forces. Alright. Yeah, I don't really want to go into card disadvantage against this deck, but if they do play something like Bedlam Reveler or Young Pyromancer, like, I really need to be able to bolt it, I think. This hand's not good. 1 land, no bueno. What did I... Alright, well, you know what? We have, like, 3 cards that we can play in turn 1. I guess we're going to keep it. I guess we put, like, Lord of Atlantis in the bottom. Because the rest of these are probably fine. I'm just hoping they don't like Inquisition. I don't want to mulligan to 5 against, like, a Thoughtseize deck. Or an Inquisition deck, for that matter. Like, that's just hard. We have enough stuff that we can actually still, like, play things, and if we draw a land by, like, turn 3, then we're still in good shape. Here. So I guess they have to kind of decide what they want to do, like... Stole game 1 with a series of very strong draws. Okay. Well, this is going to be fantastic, I guess. This card is very good because it like makes all their removal shitty. And I think Force of Negation is going to help protect it. I don't think they have very much that can deal with it. Okay, so Verdant Catacombs, so this looks like it might be like a Jund Pyromancer deck. Or it could be like regular Jund, I guess, with Seasoned Pyromancer. That's also possible. And if that's the case, then I feel a lot better about bringing in Dismember. Alright, well I guess we're just playing Kumena Speaker, and if they bolt it, that's fine, because their spot removal is now just very terrible for the rest of the game. I will use Force on, like, Liliana. I don't think that this is like regular Jund, though. Because regular Jund would not have, like, 2 basic mountains in it. That seems extremely unlikely. It might just be like a red-black deck. What are you up to? Come on, show me. What is this for? Collective Brutality. Okay, so let's draw our card first. Yes. Okay, well... They discarded a Swamp. So I guess we're just going to pitch Master the Pearl Trident and counter this. So I want to keep the creature in play. Alright, we'll play another Kumena Speaker so we can attack for 2. And if they Fatal Push one of them, that's fine, because then we can just maybe draw another land. I only really felt the need to counter that because they were going to take the Force anyway, so we may as well protect the Kumena Speaker at that point. Keep our clock on the board. You have another one? Is that what's happening? I guess so. Alright, they're not even gonna... They don't think we have another instant or sorcery, so that's fine. Jeez! How many cards have we drawn and not found another land? Alright, that's fine. Maybe their hand's not very good, though. Oh my god. Alright, attack for 1, I guess. So we've got to draw 2 cards off of this so far. Well, the only good news is that... Okay, well, they're giving us another card, so... Oh my god! Why? We've drawn so many cards. We've gone through the top 13 cards of the deck and have not found a second land. Ugh. I mean, Shaper's Sanctuary is trying its best to keep us in this game, but now if we don't top deck a land, we're just dead. I almost kind of want them to just play a creature so I can dismember it. Oh, fuck. Well, we have to discard something now. They only have 2 cards in hand. Like, if we could start deploying our creatures, like, we could just slaughter them at this point. Alright, you're gonna Culligan's command me? That would be okay. I would actually be okay with that because I'm gonna have to discard a card anyway. You're gonna... Oh, you return Bedlam Reveler? That's fine. Because we can still dismember it. So, yeah, the discard on Culligan's command actually didn't do anything. They should have dealt us 2 damage because we would have had to discard anyway. I think that was a blunder on their part. Now, if... Yeah, they have 4, so they can play Bedlam Reveler. We can actually dismember it. Oh, fuck, that's brutal. Alright. Well, there's not much I can do about that. Yep. Seasoned Pyromancer, we're going to take 2. Okay, well, if we don't have an island this turn, then we're, like, out. We're going to lose this game. That's just how it is. Chandra is going to tick up, and unless I can get this Trickster online to start attacking it, we're fucked. Alright. We are just going to have to wait until their end step. We'll deploy Trickster and attack Chandra, probably for 3 next turn. Maybe for 2. Fatal Push. So we're going to take another 2 damage. They can play Bedlam Reveler now. That's fine. Okay. Alright, Trickster. Oh, fuck, that's harsh. I really need to dismember this, but I don't want to take 6 damage to do it. Because I can play Merfolk Mistbinder, attack Chandra, put it to 3 counters. So then if it minuses to kill a creature... yeah, then if it minuses, it's not that big a deal. What are the other options right now? I could attack Chandra for 2, and if it kills this, that's fine. But otherwise, it'll go to 5, and then what? We flash in Trickster, and then try to like Mistbinder next turn. That might just have to be how we do this. I can't afford to take like that much damage off of this, so we're gonna flash in Trickster on this thing to keep it from attacking. I mean, we could also play Tidebinder, and then if they go after it with Chandra, that's also fine. We have 2 Tidebinders here, so that's actually not terrible to do. It sort of incentivizes them to actually let us draw more cards. Alright, so you know what? This was fine. I guess now if we draw another land, we can cast 2 spells next turn, which is relevant. Or if they play something, we can maybe dismember it. Inquisition. Alright, that's still not the worst. Like, they're going to cast it, that's fine. Probably take Mistbinder, I'm willing to bet. They have 3 cards in hand, though. Yep, Merfolk Mistbinder gone. They keep drawing more land. That's actually good for us, because that means they don't have a lot of gas in hand. Oh, that's actually really good. Alright. Let's attack Chandra. I will hold up, I think, the Trickster and the Dismember, probably. I could play the Spreading Seas and draw the card off of it. I mean, it enables Island Walk in the future at some point. I guess that's okay. What's the problem, though? Like, they'd have to have 2 removal spells to kill these. Chandra's likely going to deal us 2 damage. Is there any reason I might want to Echoing Truth something? Probably not. I think that this is a good turn to do this. There we go. That's fine. Now we still can flash this in at the end step if they kill our board. Alright. So we're getting there. And now we have 2 islands in case of Blood Moon. That's also nice. Yep. Bedlam Reveler. That's still okay because we have Dismember and Tidebinder still. Yep, Fiery Islet. That's basically just a cycle, draw a different card. Should probably be using this if you're going to use that. No. Alright, so what do you got here? Plague Engineer, huh? Alright, well, it's a good thing we held on to that Dismember. Yeah, that makes sense, because we are 100% dismembering the Plague Engineer. Let's tap down their blocker. No, cancel. So, in case they have a lightning bolt here, I am going to attack Chandra with 2 creatures. Oh, hold on. Undo. So you attack Chandra, you attack Chandra, you attack him, right? So they need... Yeah, I don't think they can do anything here. And now I will play Tidebinder. Target the other Bedlam Reveler. And if they cast something like Anger of the Gods, I will Echoing Truth back the Tidebinders to my hand. So, the thing is, if I bounce this back to my hand, then they're going to get to attack for a bunch of damage. I think we just got to let it go. It's fine. Okay, what else you got? I don't really want to bounce these because it just lets them draw more cards. Alright, we'll cycle this. Alright, now what? Oh, a braid. Okay, that makes sense. Alright. So we might be echoing truthing these at some point. Ooh, that's actually very good. That is fantastic. We're not attacking them for lethal just yet, though. However, I can attack for 6 here. I could also attack for 8, but no. I think what we're going to do is we'll play out a Lord. Play a Lord, and if they try to bolt it, then we'll just Echoing Truth the Bedlam Revelers back so they can't attack next turn, and then our plan will be to attack with Lord again. Or we'll play a Lord next turn and attack. So then I think next turn we've got this. Now if they just try to cast a bunch of spells, we're just going to bounce this back to their hand. Yeah, I think here we do have to bounce this now, so. They can take a Lord of Atlantis. But we're also in a position where, like, they have to take Lord or they're dead. And we can potentially still Spreading Seas of land and draw another Lord. So, yeah, they have no choice but to take that. Lightning Bolt, okay. Reveler, so yeah, they have one Reveler now. Okay. Trying to find another removal spell to deal with this. Looks like they found it. Not good. Ooh, Unearth. Oh, Plague Engineer. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's really strong. Yep. So what happens here? If we find another Island Walk Lord, then we still win? Dreadhorde Arcanist. Alright, so yeah, we actually have to find an Island Walk Lord, I think, and kill them. Right. I guess here, let's Spreading Seas, Fiery Islet. See if we can find this. No, we cannot cast Silvergill Adept. Dreadhorde Arcanist can flashback a Lightning Bolt, which means we're effectively at 4. And we do not have any profitable blocks here. Oh, alright. So how do I do this? I guess So we're gonna take 3, we're gonna go to 4. We have to block this thing. If we just leave up Lord of Atlantis, they attack with everything, and then that's already 4, 5, 6. Or they could aim the lightning bolt at Lord of Atlantis, so then it'll be 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so, okay, so the thing is, we can attack with, I think, 1 Merfolk Trickster here. And that's it. Ugh. I guess this is the only choice we have. Alright, let's see how they're going to do this. I don't think that we can get there. We had to draw like another Lord that turn. Alright, a Braid is going to make... Alright, let's draw our card. Alright, we lose. Nope, we're dead. Tried very hard. Alright, so this is a Pyromancer deck. They do have that. I guess... No, we need the Lords. I think the Spreading Seas also helped a little bit with Island Walk. Maybe we need to Dismember too. Like, I kind of want to bring in some Deprives, but at the same time, I'm not really sure what we can cut for it. I don't know. Maybe I just take out Force of Negation here. Let's bring in 2 Deprives. They're only a 2-color deck. I think it's tough. Like, they're also going to be like a Dreadhorde Arcanist deck too. So I don't know. Maybe we need this. We take out 1 Seas. Nah, that's rough. I don't know if I want 3 Deprives. No, we'll leave in Spreading Seas. If we're on the draw, this doesn't do as much, though. It doesn't really slow them down much, alright. I guess we're just going to do it like this. It's very close. I'm just, like, thinking, like, if we can counter, like, Bedlam Reveler or something with that, then it might help. Or no, we're on the play, so yeah, actually, maybe Sieves is a little better. I think we keep this. It's not super amazing. If they Inquisition us, then it sucks, but we can get this Relic online early. I think we have enough like, these cards are pretty good against them. Silvergill is fine if we get to play it. They've mulliganed to 6. They mulliganed to 5. Okay, so yeah, if we can keep them from getting value out of the graveyard using Relic, then maybe we have a good chance here. They do have stuff like a Braid, but if they're aiming it at Relic and not our face, that's probably fine, and Relic can still exile a few cards from their graveyard first. Let's see what they do here. They don't have anything interesting, so that's nice. I will show him Kamena Speaker. No reason to show him the Trickster. So, alright, this is shaping up pretty well. Let's get rid of that Lightning Bolt. So that's one less card that Dreadhorde can deal with our creatures. Next turn we can just play like 2 Kamena Speakers if we want. And still have Dismember up if we need. Alright. What are you doing? You're gonna Dreadhorde Arcanist. That's fine. That card's not actually going to do anything here. So the only thing I'm considering now is if they have something like Culligan's Command, I think I'd rather discard Cavern of Souls. So I am willing to play the Grove and take the damage off of it for that reason. If they Culligans and make us discard, then at least, you know, we can discard a useless land. Can kill this thing whenever we need to. But I really want to hold this for Plague Engineer if at all possible. Because then if they like play Plague Engineer and attack, then we can just dismember and double block this. That would be fantastic. Maybe that's the line they're debating. They're just wondering if that's a safe thing to do. I don't know. I mean, they could also have the option of bolting a Kamena Speaker and then trying to attack with Dreadhorde and then bolting another thing. I feel like if they had... Yeah, I mean, they could force us to crack the Relic like that, but what they don't know is that... yeah, I mean, if they use Bolt, we might... I think cracking the Relic might be fine. I'm not going to let them bolt both creatures. They have 2 bolts. That's actually kind of a problem, though. But I have a feeling if they had 2 bolts, then they would not be debating this long. So maybe they're also thinking about something like Collective Brutality. Okay. Alright. Let's hope that they're going to go with Plague Engineer and attack. That would be ideal right now. Because that's their biggest way to blow them out. It looks like it might be happening. Culligan's Command, deal 2 damage, destroy that. Well, they can't really attack with Dreadhorde then, so I guess... Let's get our card off of this. They're going to kill the Kamena Speaker, that's fine. They have 2 cards left in hand, so what's going on? Okay. There's no reason to attack, so... Silvergill is actually fine here. How do we want to do this? I guess we're going to play Cavern here. sort of in a situation where I could dismember this right now. Well, that's good. Now it means that Relic is online, so it's going to make it hard for them to do anything. Keep this. I could dismember it, but I also I want them to deploy Plague Engineer before, because I want to hit that with this thing. Which right now it's going to look appealing to them to do that because they get to kill Silvergill Adept for it. Seasoned Pyromancer. Yeah. So we might be using this dismember now. Okay. One card left in hand. Alright, let's block. Could kill this thing right now. And actually, it's probably good to do that because then I can crack the Relic before they can use the Pyromancers. So they have exactly one card left in their hand. Alright, I'm willing to do this. Because then my turn I can crack Relic. And they're not going to be able to use either of those to get the tokens back. Tidebinder is good. So how do I want to do this? Guess we're going to crack Relic right now. Can play Tidebinder Mage, tap one of these down, then attack. Actually, if they want to double block, that's okay. I don't think they're going to. And if they do, that's fine, because then we can just play Trickster and Command a Speaker instead. Alright, beautiful. I'll save Tidebinder in case they draw something. I could have played the Botanical there, but I also want to hold on to it just in case of another Culligan's Command. Dreadhorde Arcanist is fine. We can Tidebinder it down. So I think here we just Trickster so we can get in some damage. And here is where our plan starts to come together. And I think we're looking pretty good here. As long as our opponent does not find Plague Engineer, I think we're okay. Alright, since we don't have any cards left in hand, we'll get rid of it now. Because we can now crack the Waterlogged Grove in our draw step if they want to try to do something like that. So they're in a bad spot because we're threatening to kill them next turn if they can't remove this Lord. And we're also threatening to just draw another Lord and kill them anyway. Plague Engineer probably keeps them alive for a while. That's really the best thing they could have on this board state. But we're just kind of hoping that's not the case. And even then, I think if we found another Lord, that might be enough anyway. So their two cards have to be pretty good right now in order to win this one. It's not impossible. That definitely... I mean... yeah, alright, well, there's the salt in the chat. When he needs the kill spells, lands, and I draw Lord and Tidebinder. Yeah, well, opponent got a little bit upset there, but you know what? That's fine. Our deck has a lot of redundancy to it. We're playing lots of like 3, 4 of kind of cards, so It is what it is. We're meant to do something. We have lots of lords in our deck. That's why it's good. That's a tough matchup. Like, they definitely have cards that are good against us. So, you know, if they sideboard things like Engineered Explosives or Damnation or Anger of the Gods, like, those can be devastating. I don't know how many of them they still play, but the Plague Engineers are also bad. But yeah, I think they mulled a 5 in that game, and it was just did not have the tools to pick us apart, and especially not when we side out like Aether Vial and just bring in stuff that's all gas. Tidebinder Mage really showing its worth. That's I'm impressed with him so far. All right, on the draw. That's a familiar feeling. His hand is not great, but I mean it has a curve to it. We're gonna keep it. Okay. No, that's not good. This means probably Boggle. Oh no. So Razor Verge Thicket could mean humans, but it also could mean counters company. Well, if we get to cast Tidebinder Mage, maybe it'll be okay. Probably not. If it's counters company, we're in trouble. It kept 7 cards, so yeah, this looks like company. No, it's Infect. Okay. Are they splashing for like Teferi in their deck or something? Alright, well that's actually really good here. So that's when it becomes blocked. So I guess we're just going to play Sanctum. We will attack, right? And then we're just going to hold up Force. And we're going to Tidebinder the Noble Hierarch down, I think. So I want to try to shut their mana sources down. This means they probably have Teferi in their deck. So Tidebinder is very good against the Infect deck. This makes it harder for them to be able to cast Teferi next turn. Okay. So they used a pump spell to stop it from being tapped down, so that's fine. So we still have Force of Negation. Probably pitch Merfolk Mistbinder. Alright, well, that is absolutely worth countering, because that represents an extra 5 poison damage, so please no. Yep. That's rough. This means we're going to take 3 off of it this turn. Or 4 off of it this turn, actually. Alright, so what do you... I assume they have one more pump spell, so yeah, Mutagenic Growth, okay. Alright. They have no cards left in hand, though. That's worth mentioning. So here, they're going to attack for 4 next turn. It has Trample, and if it blocks, then it'll be 6. So we need to be able to kill this thing. We have to deal 3 damage to it. So I think here... Could play Silvergill Adept, but I think we're better off playing Lord of Atlantis this turn. And then next turn we will crack Waterlog Grove. I think playing Lord gives us a better chance of blocking and killing this thing. Let's play Cavern first. Let's make him think that maybe we have Vapor Snag. We need to soak up as much infect damage as possible. So if they draw a pump spell, then it's very likely we're fucked. Alright, well, I don't know how much we can block, but we're just going to try to block up. It's probably not going to be enough. Yeah, I think we're dead. I think that was exactly like what they needed, but we're going to take 4 off of this. So it's 10. So what is it? No, it's only +2, so it's 10, and we are blocking... We're blocking 7 of it? Okay, no, I think we're still alive, right? But that's a problem. I don't think we have a way to deal with this now. Alright, well, if there was a way to come back from this, it would probably involve this, so... We will Trickster it down in the upkeep. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, we could not, like, profitably block it and kill it, so... Just have to be satisfied with staying alive. But, well, that's really bad. Now I think we're fucked. Because even if we block it with Kamena Speaker, I don't think that's good enough here. Is there anything that's in our deck that can possibly, like, do anything here? I don't think so. I can play Kamena Speaker, and then they can just attack for a bunch again and give it protection. And just trample. Yeah, there's no way to go through it. All right, you win. I mean, I guess actually I should have looked for Echoing Truth. We would not have found Echoing Truth, so that was technically a mistake. I could have played Seas and tried to draw Echoing Truth that turn, but wasn't going to find it, so... we want Dismember against this deck, and... we not want... Silvergill is actually not that great here. Silvergill is a grindy card, and we're not interested in a grindy game right now. I guess we bring in a Deprive. Everything else I think is going to stay as is. Infect is rough. This is one of the matches where having Harbinger is a little bit stronger than Silvergill. Could take out one Merfolk Mistbinder for another Deprive. It's rough. Like, you want some counter spells, but you can't take out like too many things. Maybe I just need as many counter spells as I can get here. Still have 21 creatures. Because I don't have as many things that interact. Like, I don't have the Harbingers, but this also isn't like a Plague Engineer deck, so I don't know. I guess Counterspell is just where we have to hope to be. Spreading Seas is necessary because they have a lot of lands that are important to turn off. Alright, Infect is going to be hard. I mean, if they had started out with the Glade Cover Scout, I think we had a much better chance. This is also going to be tough. Here's a problem, like, we can't cast this, and we don't really have anything to stop them from just killing us. I'm going to mulligan once, at least. This is a little bit better. I guess we keep this, I guess Sanctum goes on the bottom. At least we can cast Deprive and, like, cast the Lords to try to kill them. This isn't very good, though. Like, this is still kind of bad. I don't know that this is necessarily better than the first hand, but I think we just had to keep it. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I think if that's the case, I'm not going to play anything on turn 2. I'll play the Grove, make them think maybe I'll want to crack it. We might actually crack it too, that's possible. Well, that's trouble. I do have to counter this. Alright, Spreading Seas would be good here. This is a problem because Giver of Runes is... It's going to be difficult for us to deal with this and this. Like, they can just, you know, animate, scale up, and attack for a lot. Yeah, that's fine. That's like still a 2-turn clock if they have like one more of these. We really need Spreading Seas this turn. Sure, that's fine. Doesn't change the clock at all. So what do we do here? They have 2 cards in hand, so if they have any pump spell, we're dead. Drawing Dismember does not do anything here because they can just give it protection. So literally the only way we can win at this point is if they don't have another pump spell. So let's just play like that's going to be the case. I don't know. This is rough. Giver of Runes is like a huge problem here. There's nothing we can really do about that. And that's probably game over too. Like, if they have another Seas, or if they have like another Ink Moth, then yeah, we can't stop that. Yep. Is your last card a pump spell? Because I think... Alright, that's fine. We lose. Alright, good game, opponent. Can't win them all. I mean, yeah, we did not have it that time. We really just... In the face of Giver of Runes, there's not much we can do. I don't know if they... I assume that they probably have Lighted Agent in their deck. But I mean, it looked like they might have just been on a pure green-white plan when instead of, like... It's possible they were just playing 4 Iron Claws instead of Blighted Agent, but I think that they were probably 3 colors. Giver has made that deck hard, too. Some of them have splashed for Teferi, but I think Giver is fine by itself. Oh, look, we're on the draw. Is anybody surprised by that? So I think, what, that's the 3rd draw this league? Well, that's what it's like for us every time, so... I choose to be on the play. This is fine. No, we got a curve. Command a speaker into like any number of things that we want to do. This is like perfectly keepable hand. And I might even say that this hand is good because it interacts with like Tron. It has you know, kind of an aggro curve to it. It's good against Jund. It even has Tidebinder against the red decks. Ooh, nothing. Okay. Well, yeah. Unfortunately, we have no choice but to do this. I don't like shocking against the red decks, but at the same time, what are you going to do? Alright. Come on. I want to fly through this mountain. Okay, this is Valakut. So I think because this is Valakut, they might not have more green mana. I don't know. That's rough. Like, We're definitely playing this. Let's attack. I think we want to play Spreading Seas to slow them down a little bit. Because if they don't have more green lands, then that makes it very hard for them. But I mean, if they have a fetch land, then it's also a problem. I don't know. Let's just take the chance, because I mean, we might. What happens, like, if they do have another land, though? Like, then we're not threatening to kill them anytime quickly, are we? I'm just trying to imagine if their hand has like a bunch of like Valakuts or mountains in it, and like turn 2 is too early to take this chance. If we play Silvergill now, we can still maybe draw Force and threaten to kill them faster. I think that we need the clock more. I'll show them another Silvergill Adept. Now, if they don't play a green land this turn, now I'll probably Spreading Seas it. But we can, yeah, we can definitely play like Kamena Speaker, Silvergill Adept. It's not great, but we do have like Trickster and Tidebinder to deal with Primeval Titan. We don't have anything they go for the Scapeshift route, though. Okay, so that's fine. Maybe this would have been good. It's hard to say. Yeah, okay, well they're going to have another green anyway. The Force of Negation is helpful. So what do we do here? I think we just attack, right? I mean, the other option is I could Trickster it down. Or I could just... I mean, I could Tidebinder it, but that kind of feels like a waste of a Tidebinder. I feel like I should do one of those two things, play Kamena Speaker, and then attack. And then... they're going to go up to 4 lands next turn. This will get them 2 tapped. So I don't think they can go for anything next turn. I think our plan just needs to be put as much pressure in the field as possible. So if we attack them down to 14... this can be deployed at flash speed. Maybe this is worth keeping in hand, because it messes with their math a little bit more. Because generally, if Primeval Titan ends up in play, we're probably in a lot of danger anyway, so fuck it. We'll go with Tidebinder first. We'll try to hold this back, maybe. And if I have to use Force, I'm more likely, I think, to throw Silvergill into it. Yeah, you may as well just do it now. They can't make Expedition go off. Next turn they can, but they'll end up tapped, so they're not going to have 6 lands to cast Prime Time. And if somehow they find a way to force the Scapeshift through, like, we still have a Force. I don't think they can. So they'll have 4 mana untapped. They can play a 5th one. They'd have to get a Forest here, play a Forest, and then Farce. I don't even think Farseek would be enough. Yeah. I think it'd have to be like Explore. Alright, well, there's no reason not to play this. Like, there's nothing they can do to interact with this, so I'm just going to do it so I can attack and pass. Technically, you could play it after combat, but it's not going to effectively make any difference. There's nothing he can do, and there's nothing we can do that's going to change his mind as to what's going on here. It's going to take 4 damage, and then we're going to be at 14. We have to be careful, because Scapeshift at 7 mana is lethal at this point. Unfortunately, there's no way we can win next turn. We're still on a 2-turn clock. I'm just hoping to go wide here in the face of spot removal. So they can get 2 mountains, so they can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it has to be 5 other mountains. So they got a forest and mountain. That means probably Scapeshift. Yeah. Force. Because that would kill us. Huh. I guess we're gonna just hit this. I don't think the vial makes any difference now. They need to kill 2 creatures or find a way to Scapeshift us again. Primeval Titan I don't think is good enough here. But if they have another Scapeshift, there's not much we can do. And if they have Anger of the Gods, then again, there's not really much we can do about that. We're just hoping that this turns off enough lines. Okay. So you have 2 cards. What are they? Are they good? Search for Tomorrow. Alright. What does this do? What is your last card? You were either going to kill me right now, or you're going to lose. I'm assuming that they just want... you know what? Alright, so if the... No, I think they're probably dead. So they have... No, I don't think there's anything he can do here. I think that he's just going to take... Even if it's a bolt, that's not good enough. Yeah, alright, sick. So he had another Valakut in hand, but did not have another Scapeshift or Prime Time, so... Lucky! Alright, well, we need Deprive. Alright, so Deprive comes in, Force stays in. Honestly, most of these cards are fine to keep in this deck. Let's see, how do we want to side? We're on the draw. I mean, I'm willing to cut a Spreading Seas here. To cut 3 more cards. Part of the thing is getting out of Anger of the Gods range. Tidebinder's okay. There's some times where it's going to be relevant, like... Echoing Truth is also fine. It's not great, though. I'm going to cut Echoing Truth. I have to take out 1 more card. Trickster and Tidebinder are sort of okay, just because it keeps them from chump blocking with Secure a Tribe Scout, and it also keeps Primeval Titan from attacking, but I guess if Titan's in play, we're in trouble anyway. Maybe I just take out like one Merfolk Mistbinder. Alright, do it like this. The Shaper Sanctuary is sort of okay. I don't know, maybe it's better than Benthic Biomancer, but probably not. Like, we're in a situation where we basically just need to race them. They have removal, we just have to have counter spells at the right time. This is not a match where we want to grind out a long game. We need to kill them fast, so I don't know that I want Shapers for that kind of match. Alright. Come on, let's get this over with. We're doing alright so far. We were on the draw for that, right? Yeah, so even if we lose this, we'll get to be on the play for the third game if there is one. Well, this is obviously a mulligan. Nope, mulligan. This is also pretty terrible. I don't know. No, I think we can't keep that. That's not going to win. This is the best hand that we've seen so far. That's going on the bottom, and I guess that's going on the bottom. With this sort of hand, I am just inclined to keep whatever is going to kill them fast. But it looks like it's not promising, so... Search for tomorrow, it's fine. Why do you have a pause in my main phase? Come on, let's go. I don't have time for this. Like, I'm not doing anything, I'm passing, you just go. Ugh. Do what you're gonna do. Secure a Tribe Scout is fine. Or Tribe Elder. I guess I'm just gonna play Lords. Not even worried about Silvergill. The trick is if I can find a way to get 3 Lords in play, we're protected from the bolts and the Anger of the Gods, so... We're not going to be able to attack this turn, unfortunately. But I think we're in a situation where we probably need to draw Force now. They are presenting... Ugh, that's terrible. Yeah, they're presenting the ability to cast Primeval Titan next turn, or maybe even Scapeshift us. Whatever. You know what? We still just gotta stick to the plan. If they cast Prime Time, so be it. We're at 20, so Scapeshift is not enough on its own. Just have to try. Nope. Alright, getting Mountain suggests Primeval Titan. Summoner's Pact, yeah. Well, what are you going to do? I mean, I guess Tidebinder or Merfolk Trickster would be ideal, but not even that is amazing. Probably just get 2 Valakuts here. No, you just start bolting your stuff. Yeah, that makes sense. I think we're in a position where I don't think we can come back from this. Yeah, Primetime's gonna attack, and there's nothing we can really do about it. Attacking is not really an option. So they gotta pay 4, they can easily do that. But they also have Scapeshift and we're just dead, so they'll assume they'll start by attacking, get more lands in play, start bolting her face, and then if they have Scapeshift, then they'll play it. Or, yeah, I think that's just how it's going to be, so this is pretty losing. Like, at this point, they have enough lands in play, there's not much we can do. Yeah, that's also terrible. When you just get like Valakut Mountain, you can just kill our board. Yeah, no, we're done. We have our board is getting wiped here, so that's fine. So he gets Valakut and a Mountain. He gets 2 triggers off of it. Foothills gets him another 2 triggers, and Scout gets him another 2 triggers. So let's just run it back. We're on the play this time, so hopefully it'll be better. We'll just call it professional courtesy, I guess. I believe him that he did not side out all of his Valakuts, so. I would love to play first. This hand is not terribly great, but at the same time, like, no, it's 4 lands. Like, this, no, we have to do better than this. I think this is better. I'm not excited to have these, though. I guess we're gonna keep, but I don't like the idea of having to shock myself. I guess Breeding Pool goes in the bottom. We'll go Sanctum, play Biomancer, turn 2, play Lord. I mean, it was also maybe an option to put Seas in the bottom, but I think that this is better. The thing is that we use Waterlogged Grove twice, and that means Scapeshift on 7 lands kills us. And that's part of the inherent weakness of the blue-green versus mono-blue against this deck. They mulled to 5, alright, so we might have a shot, especially now it might be worth aggressively spreading seizing their green mana, because that could slow them down by a lot. Okay, so let's go Sanctum. So if he plays like any green source, I might just spreading seize it. Okay, so I think here we'll just play Lord. attack. Oh, that's beautiful. Alright. We'll just attack first. This means this is good. We don't have to take damage off of that. Oh, we drew Force of Negation. Alright, we are in a very good spot in this game. So, doesn't have any green mana, so there's not much he can do. We are definitely countering that. And I'm hoping that he doesn't have another Anger in his hand, and if he doesn't, then we just probably win, so... Even if he does, we can, like, if we're drawing a land means we can still play a Lord and attack for 3, and then have lethal the following turn, so... I mean, yeah, that's not great, but... Alright, well, here, this is what the line looks like. So he's getting attacked for 5 next turn. So he's got to deal with, have to have like some interaction for our creatures. Three cards in hand. I think we've got a good chance. So do you have something? I think if we draw Deprive, that's probably the best thing we can have. This league is running late. We're already almost at 2 hours, and we haven't even finished match 4 yet. Alright, so he's trying to calculate, like, whatever his outs here. So if he doesn't deal with one of these 2 creatures, he's dead. If he plays, like, Secure a Tribe Elder and we draw a Lord, then that also kills him, because we have Island Walk online. Okay. Summoner's Pact, I guess that means you're going for Thragtusk. Which now means if we draw, I think, Reclamation Sage. Okay, that's neat. Reclamation Sage is alright. That does mean, though, that they can't really do much next turn. Alright, well, we're going to play Merfolk Mistbinder, I guess. So their blocks are terrible now. This game is slipping away from them. You can go block, block, sack, and then they still have to pay 4 next turn. I guess a third Anger would keep them in the game, but it seems incredibly unlikely. Our vice grip over this is definitely tightening. Merfolk Mistbinder was a great draw because it means now they can't block Lord or trade with it and then chump block that and then still have an extra turn. No, you have to block with this. Like, yeah, get over here. Yeah. Yeah. We have no cards in hand. Alright. Alright. You can kindly tap 4 mana for this so you don't have any green left. Why did you get another mountain? Are you just hoping that you can just bolt both of these now with the Valakut? I mean, I guess that would work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you can play another mountain, you can bolt one of them. You have to play 2 mountains this turn somehow. Alright, well, I think that's going to do it. Because now our creatures are bolt proof. Alright, sick. We beat Valakut, so on to round 5. So yeah, Tidebinder's seeing a lot of work today. What was it? So, what is it? We played against, the first one was that. I know the name of this deck, the Bushwhacker Zoo deck. This one was Infect. This we have TitanShift. What was the other match that we played? I can't think of it off the top of my head. The Mardu deck. So yeah, all of them are red decks, or red or green decks so far. Let's see. We're on the play for a change. This is okay. I guess we're gonna keep it. All right, play Flooded Strand. Pass. Nope, nope. End step will crack it Breeding Pool. They might think we're blue-white control. This could be Infect, or it could also be the company deck. This looks like, yeah, no matter what this is, it's probably bad for us. I guess we're just putting Lord of Atlantis out this turn. So are you Infect, or are you going to be company? So it's one of those two, or I guess Vizier Combo. I don't think they actually play Collected Company anymore, so it's really weird that like decks don't play Collected Company. Like that card just doesn't seem good enough in Modern at this point. But chances are this is going to be a quick game, and we're probably not favored to win. We do have Tricksters, which can theoretically buy us a little bit of time with either one of those decks, but not a lot. What did they get here? Another Temple Garden. Alright. Devoted Druid. Okay, that's terrible. So here's the thing. There's no point to trying to use Merfolk Trickster in this, because they have to tap Giver of Runes on it. So there's also not really any point to attacking here. Yeah, we don't even have a counterspell or anything that can deal with it. I guess all we can do is just we'll attack and like hope that maybe they just won't block out of fear. If they fear Dismember, they might not block. Alright. Alright, F6. You have infinite mana, what do you got? Court of Calling X equals 3. Court of Calling should be good enough here. Yeah, now they can just use this to search for Walking Ballista. Alright, we lose. That's fine, I believe you. I know that you know how to tap this enough to make 20 damage with Walking Ballista. So they do have Court of Calling, so Force of Negation is not useless. We need Dismember a lot. Very much Dismember. Let's see, what do we not need? Honestly, Spreading Seas is not super great, but Silvergill Adept is also kind of sketchy. Echoing Truth interacts with them. Benthic Biomancer is just aggro. We have to cut things. I guess maybe Merfolk Mistbinders, like, we don't need that. Like, this isn't a deck where we need to really go heavy on Mistbinders. We'll cut one more Spreading Seas and bring in another Deprive. It's not great, but I think that we're likely to lose. We'll try. Alright, this is about as, I guess, whatever we're gonna keep. It has creatures and some spells that do something against their deck. Alright, so let's go Breeding Pool, pay 2 life, Kumena Speaker. I guess there's not really any huge benefit either way. Yeah. So, options are, we could bounce this thing, it's not going to do anything. Alright, let's use Benthic Biomancer. We'll cycle away this Cavern of Souls. What are you doing here? You gonna path my Benthic Biomancer? Seems likely that's what's happening. Alright. Okay, what's going on? Kitchen Fanks. Alright, that's not the worst thing that could have happened. Still not good, because now we can't attack in. So options are we could just hardcast Silvergill, or we can get greedy and try to draw a fishy with it, but I think just casting it with additional costs is the best plan for right now. Well, we could have got away with it, but... What do you got? I feel like we're probably dead here. Like, this is just not good enough. Do not have a way to get through all of this. Like, we need to draw, like, Spreading Seas into a Lord, and then have them somehow not go for a combo. This is terrible. Like, the problem is they're not really close to winning just yet, so... But they also are not... They're very far from dying. We can't attack into this board state at any given point. They have time to just sit back and wait. Alright. Let's cycle this and draw a card. We need, like, Dismember. Alright. Let's just hope that we can just, like, get them with this. We'll try to tap down the Giver of Runes, and then if hopefully they won't give this protection from blue. And then we can Tidebinder it down, maybe. Whichever one they target will target the other one with Tidebinder, because that's really all we can do right now. That one, alright. Yeah, it makes sense. It's the best one. Protection from black, okay. So they are worried about Dismember. So I guess Tidebinder here is just going to tap this guy down. So now we get an attack in. That's actually kind of nice. Alright. Not out of this yet. Oh, what now? Court of Calling, I'm guessing. It's still my turn, so I can't use Force on this. Alright, I guess attack. Was it worth it? Probably not. Well, Lord in the Spreading Seas is now an option. Alright, well, if they cast... Now at this point, if they cast Eladrime's Call or Chord, we can just force it. What do you got? Okay, well, absolutely fucking haram. No way in hell am I letting you do that. Alright, well, that's part of the equation. I guess we're just going to attack with everything here. I don't know, maybe we shouldn't have attacked with this. It gives it a chance to untap, but now the problem is, like, now they can't realistically, like, block. They can kill Silvergill, they can do that. Okay, that's fine. They'll take 6 damage. Yeah, they can protect that. The bird's gonna die. I don't know if that was the best. I think maybe they should have tried to kill off the Tidebinder Mage instead. They could have blocked with Vizier and Giver of Runes to unlock this, but maybe that's just not enough either. Alright. So we're looking like we might actually have a way through this. Well, now we are fucked. I think that's a combo, right? They're just... Yeah, they can just do it, right? Infinite life, is that what's going on here? Because if that's the case, we can't actually do anything. Yeah, alright, we lose. We cannot get through their infinite life, so... Alright, well, that was as close as we could hope. So yeah, so our losses were against Infect and Vizier Company, which are both going to be very tough matches, but I mean, Tidebinder is not irrelevant in those matches, so I think it was worth having. I don't. We didn't come up against any Ensnaring Bridge decks, so we didn't get to see like Collector Oath or Echoing Truth do their thing. But I mean, there's still plenty of Wurza and Eldrazi Trine out there, which make these cards necessary. It's possible that maybe Dismember should be in the main deck, but the thing is, Wurza is also like a deck that if they get Bridge in play, you just lose immediately. And same thing with like, if Karn tutors for it and Tron, you lose on the spot basically, unless you have Echoing Truth in the main. So I don't know. I mean, we did see Shaper's Sanctuary did something. I think the list was okay overall. So I mean, 3-2 is not terrible. I think we'll try this again next time. I don't know if there's much I want to change. Like the Tidebinder seemed relevant. I liked this card in the deck. 3 Spreading Seas seemed fine. I don't know if I want to change any of this stuff, honestly. Like, all 4 Deprives were necessary against TitanShift, that's for sure, so... yeah, that's all I got to say about this. I mean, I think that we did fine. I look forward to next time, so... I think next match that we're going to play is going to... Or, yeah, for Legacy, we're going to go back to Simic and Legacy. I'm going to see if I can put together a list that I like, so... Alright, that's all I got. Take care, everybody. I hope you enjoy it. Bye.